Hey, what's up, everyone? We're back to talk NBA. I'm Rob,
I'm Eli.
and this time we're going to be talking about the
Denver Nuggets final team for the playoffs.
the final cut here, if you will, before the playoffs. So this is the one that we had the most trouble with, I think, and I'm still not sure where these guys fit. How do you like the Nuggets roster overall?
Overall, I mean, you have obviously Jokic, Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Isaiah Thomas obviously coming off the bench. It's a really, really solid team. If they can play well, I believe they can make it to the playoffs. But the teams that we put obviously above them are just too good to be placed behind the Nuggets.
Yeah, so they're kind of in limbo, right, in the middle of the pack. They've got a couple of guys. I'm looking at the roster here. Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players, just kind of a pet player of mine, just because of the way he plays.
Yeah.
Always been great. He's a Celtic killer. Rebounds anything that comes near him. But he's 32 years old. Now, he's one of these guys that's kind of a fanatic about the way he takes care of his body. So he'll probably play until he's 38 or something like that. And he's still really effective. So looking at his numbers from last year. 14.6 points. Where is he on? Only 6.4 rebounds. That's actually well down. He used to be, rebounding around 10, but maybe that's playing next to Jokic, who's a pretty good rebounder.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray and Gary Harris, nice backcourt. They both play defense. They both shoot threes.
Yeah.
So how many games did they win last year?
They won 46. So,
46 games. Okay, so they still have okay, so they made a deal for Trey Lyles from Utah. And then they've also got Mason Plumlee. They picked up Isaiah Thomas. Do we think IT has anything left?
Injury is what killed him. He obviously left from Boston. Obviously with the Kyrie deal.
And then he
He's
got
been
jettisoned from
around the
Cleveland
NBA.
too, right?
Yeah.
And LA.
Been around the NBA for sure.
So this is too bad for IT. He got a really bad shake, right? Really poor timing with this injury right at the end of your contract when you're on sort of what you could call a real discount contract. He was making $7 or $8 million a year. Gets hurt. His hip isn't getting any better.
Yeah.
It's a degenerative hip condition, so
Down to $2 million per year.
Yeah.
It's kind of downhill, dude. Feels bad for him, dude.
It is bad. He was talking about the Brinks truck and wanting that $30 million, and that's never happening. And when you're
like an MVP candidate up there,
truly 28.9 points per game when he was on the Celtics, truly an MVP candidate, and one of the most amazing historic seasons I've seen. I've now watched every game.
Yeah.
There were some heroic games when he scored 50 against the Heat, and of course the playoff games where he did that against I can't remember who that was.
Wizards.
Yeah, Wizards. There you go. So overall, let's see. Did we have a new draft pick? I'm trying to think of
Michael Porter.
Oh, there you go, Michael Porter. Okay, so here's another. I forgot that he slid all the way down to Denver. Here's another controversial guy.
Injury.
Yeah, because of injuries. So what do you think of Porter? Have you watched him play a little bit?
He's a beast. I'm surprised that he went that far down to Denver, and Denver is right to pick him up because if the kid doesn't have any injury problems, he's gonna be a beast. And if he does, it's like a 50-50 chance, I guess. If he does, it's gonna be great.
If he has problems, then you wasted your, what was it? You went to 14th, I think. They had the 14th pick.
But even in the 14th pick, you didn't really find that many people that were going to be beasts. So
it's true. 14th pick, you can take a flyer on a guy like that. I think that's okay. I'm not that high on Porter. I don't really love his game. He's quite an athlete, but he plays a little. I don't know how do you say. His IQ doesn't show for me. He plays sort of a brand of street ball, sort of this fadeaway jumpers and long shots and a step behind the action. Doesn't really box out the way I'd like. Doesn't really defend the way I'd like.
Okay.
But he has the tools to be a real solid offensive player. I think a guy like Kevin Knox, who went to the Knicks, is just the better version of him.
Yeah.
So I'm selling on Porter, especially year one. I don't know if he'll even play. He had that back surgery.
Yeah.
Doesn't look real good. Okay, so how many wins did we have him at last year?
Had them at 46. One behind the Timberwolves last year.
46. Okay. Have they gotten better or worse, or have they sort of stayed lateral?
Ooh, I think they have gotten better, but so has the rest of the teams in the West. So making those playoffs, it's not going to be an easy thing. I believe they are capable to do it, but looking at the other teams, they have to really, really outperform the other teams in order to get this, because Jokic is going to be good, but Michael Porter, if he shows up, they might have a chance at that 8th seed. But Sam, we have all these other teams coming up here. I find it very hard for them to make it.
Yeah, so we're basically saying you're going to have to beat or be better than the Pelicans or Blazers.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what their playoff hopes boil down to, right?
When Anthony Davis on the Pelicans, it's Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. It's going to be rough.
It's tough. Okay, so we have them at 9th, so we're sorry to say, Nuggets fans, that we don't have them making the playoffs. Very close, though. Try again next year.
Yeah.
How many wins do you like them for?
I like them for a clean 43.
43 wins.
So 3 wins lost.
So this isn't the most mathematical approach that we're using here, right? These win totals, if you added them all up, they're probably not gonna.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make sense, but that's okay. We're just winging it. You like them at 43. They won 46 last year. I'm gonna say 44.
Okay,
We're pretty close on that one.
Yeah.
44 and misses the playoffs.
West is tough.
It is tough. I'm not sure if that makes sense. When we go back and look at all these together, we'll see if it makes sense. So, okay, 44 wins for me and 43 from Eli, and no playoffs this year. Not today. All right, back next with.